Sourcing, procurement. You've heard these words, right? A lot of people use them interchangeably. But what if I told you that knowing the difference isn't just about sounding smart in a meeting? What if it's a hidden strategic advantage for your entire company? Well, let's dive in and find out what that is. Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. It all boils down to this one simple but really powerful distinction. Sourcing is all about who we buy from, and procurement, that's about how the purchase actually happens. Think of it as the who versus the how. It sounds almost too basic, I know, but trust me, this simple separation is the key to everything we're about to talk about. So let's dig into that who part a little more. That's sourcing. This is the big picture, upfront strategic work. This isn't just about finding a supplier. No, it's the whole investigation. You're identifying potential partners, you're vetting them like crazy, and then you're selecting the absolute best one for your company's long-term goals. This is where you build the very foundation of your supply chain. And then you've got procurement. That's the how. This is where the rubber meets the road. Once the sourcing team has picked the who, the procurement team grabs the baton and actually makes the purchase happen. We're talking about creating the purchase order, managing the payment, tracking the delivery, all those crucial hands-on steps to get the goods or services in the door. It's the tactical side of the coin. Okay, so strategic sourcing, tactical procurement. Two different jobs. Got it. But you're probably thinking, so what? Why should anyone really care? Why does splitting these two things up actually matter to a business's bottom line? Well, this is where it gets really, really interesting. Yeah, this isn't just some business school theory, you know? The hard data backs it up completely. Organizations that draw a clear line in the sand, separating that big picture sourcing strategy from the day-to-day purchasing, they see real, measurable improvements in how their suppliers perform. It's a proven advantage. Look, theory is one thing, right? But what does this look like in the real world? For that, let's turn to a company we all know, Dell. They provide a fantastic case study on how this separation works and what it can achieve when you put it into practice. So what was Dell's big move? It was actually super simple, but the impact was huge. They did exactly what we're talking about. They created two totally separate, dedicated teams. One team's entire job was strategic sourcing, finding the who. And the other team was laser-focused on procurement, handling the how. And the results? Oh, the results speak for themselves. By splitting up those roles, Dell saw some incredible gains. They sparked way more competition among their suppliers, which, as you know, usually leads to better pricing and innovation. They got faster, more efficient, and this is a big one for a tech giant, their system uptime actually improved. These are real, tangible wins that you can trace right back to that one structural change. So what Dell's story really shows us is this core principle. You've got to put the strategy before the transaction. You don't just wake up and decide to buy something. No, first you strategically figure out who is the absolute best partner for you. The actual purchase, the transaction, that's just the final step. It's not where you start. And this right here, this lays out that ideal flow perfectly. See how it works? It all starts with sourcing. That's the strategy, the big thinking. It's only after you've picked your supplier that you move on to the contract. Then you get to the tactical stuff, like ordering, followed by the ongoing supplier management. Strategy always leads the way. All right, so if you walk away with anything from this, I want it to be these two key things. First, strategy must come first, the transaction second, always. And second, creating a clear separation between these roles isn't about adding bureaucracy, it's about improving your control and getting dramatically better outcomes. The right structure drives success. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. It's a question for you to take back to your own world, to your own company. Take a really honest look at how your organization buys things. When you really break it all down, is your purchasing just a series of transactions? Or is it a genuine, well-thought-out strategy